Hi, Al. 2 boxes came in the mail today. So, right to the. Okay. A guy had a bunch of old Star Wars figures, so I'm going to start platooning. Because eventually I would like to get all my Star Wars stuff down. I mean, like, whoever knows, down the road when I decide to, like, but. Alright, I'll put them this way. I got 2 Rebel Hoth soldiers. Figure I'll need them. One to man the turret gun on the Probot set. Bespin officer. I still need a couple. Because right now I have 2 X-Wing fighters, a Y-Wing, and 2 snow speeders. But I've got another X-Wing. You can never have enough of these guys. Hell, you get maybe 100 of them, and maybe one of them. Maybe then they can finally hit a target if you have a couple hundred.
Where's Mimi? Mimi!
But yeah, I got 2 stormtroopers, 2 Rebel Hoth soldiers, 1 Bespin guard, and an X-Wing fighter pilot. So, no weapons. One of these days, maybe, like, it depends if I need any. I'll buy some of those. The people who make the weapons out of the 3D printer. I don't care if they're original, especially if As long as I have one original, which all my guys from when I was a kid, I have all my weapons for every guy I have, so. And now, okay, and to begin. Okay. Action Comics New 52, number 24. Action Comics 969. Action Comics number 22 from the 52. Action Comics number 46. I have to actually replace this bag. Then I got Avengers number 380. And Avengers 383. Catwoman Annual number 4. Then I got Marvel Age number 37, 25th anniversary celebration. And then this was the one I really... Uncanny X-Men 248. Now I officially have 200 to 300. Because I needed this. I do not have... I am not, like I said in my last video, I'm not worried about all the reprint comic shop versions with just the different covers, but the reprints. I have every issue that ever came out, normal 2 to 300 now. So I'm like, yeah. So I can actually shoot a video of the original run. I can think it's ridiculous what they want for prices for some of the books. But see, that's the thing about it. You go on eBay and they have all the buy it now prices, because I've been looking for G.I. Joe 140. Was it 140? The one Roadblock getting blown up. 144 or 143 or what? I have to look it up. But it has Roadblock with a girl in the jumping from a plane. The plane's blowing up. It's the last issue I need, and it's ridiculous, the prices. I looked at a 6-month scale because I'm not on eBay all the time looking at stuff anymore. Even though this last week or two I was, but it's crazy. I mean, these people, they're buying now prices. I'm like, go pound sand. Because one of the best examples of that too is the G.I. Joe special from, was it 1997? Or 95, it's from the 90s, with the homage cover to Spider-Man #1. Ridiculous. I mean, these people, everybody thinks it's worth $300. I'm like, okay, I can see it's slabbed in high grade, being worth a few $100. But I like how these people get the raw copies and they want slab copy prices. And it averaged out. Um, the one guy actually wants like $4 grand for his copy because he got signed by McFarlane. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm like, McFarlane signed so much stuff. He's at you pay him to sign, so it's like he signs everything. As long as you give him the cash. But the GI Joe issue, I looked at the average price was around $80. That's what it sold for on auction on eBay. Of course, there's higher sales and lower sales. The one that's lower, the one of them that caused it to go down lower, was somebody bought a detached cover copy, and I was like, the guy was an idiot for what he paid for that price. He still paid $50 for a detached cover, and I'm like, you're nuts, because other people got the book complete for like $70 some, and I'm like, there was two like $70 some sales, and I'm like, that's more like it. And of course, they averaged the slab ones in, which are more money. Like they averaged out to be like $150, and I'm like, okay, because what got me looking at it and upset was a guy had the four issues. He had the one. It was four issues, with including that in there, and he wanted $225 for the four issues, and I was like, okay, so that's like about $50 a book. So I sent them a message saying, listen, I only need the one issue. What can what can you do? I figured maybe $70. He'll charge me $80 max. I get a thing in the mail, 125. I'm like, no, I don't want to pay that money for that. Because everybody's like, when I used to be like online all the time talking, people be like, oh, you'll never pay this much for this book, you'll never pay, and you'll never get it for that. And I'm like, well, let's see. They told me I would never get the Shazam with the Black Adam issue for less than $75. I got it that way. They told me I would never finish my Vampirilla run for I made the comment, I'd finish it for less than $2 grand. I get every issue, and they were like, no, people were like, no, you never do that. Dealers I talked to, like, I think I have less than 1,005 into it, and that took me 2 years. Uh, People always say that, but the way I'm frugal. Like, look at me. My last haul, I went to a flea market and I picked up a lot of books for 50 cents. I got a lot of old. I got some Bronze Age stuff. I got a lot of Howard the Ducks for $1 or $1 or $2. Now that was good. The only one of the two most expensive books I bought yesterday when I went flea marketing with Anthony was the Return to Big Nothing Punisher graphic novel. I paid $7 for that. I paid $5 for the Excalibur graphic novel I got, and I paid $5 for the Sherlock Holmes book, which I didn't mind because that was a one-shot DC thing that was from the '70s, and I instantly thought of my best friend Lou because he liked Sherlock Holmes and I like Sherlock Holmes, and I was like, wow. The guy had other stuff, but I was looking at the prices. Like he had like Commandees, but I mean he wanted like, I see people go to these shows and pick up Commandees for $1 or $2, and I'm like, I'm not paying $5-6 for a Commandee issue. He had I was going through the one box, and one of the guys had the Mr. Miracle, but happened to be one of the issues I picked up just recently. So I was like, I don't need it. I did order a lot online last night off of Facebook. I had 20 Uncanny X-Men's all from below 200. I needed a couple issues, and I know Anthony's redoing his X-Men collection again for the third or fourth time. Who knows? But I just sent him a message saying, I'll divide how much the books are. He can have the books for what I paid for them. So I get the 3 I need, and he gets the rest that he needs. So help him out with rebuilding his X-Men, and I just hope he does not have financial problems again, because he makes me sick when it comes to, like, he doesn't That's why last night when we were at the flea market, this one lady goes, "Oh, you must love comic books." And I was like, and she goes, "Well, what do you collect?" And Anthony starts laughing. He goes, "He collects everything." And I told the lady, I said, "Yeah, I'm coming up on 47,000 comics. Uh, yeah, I got like maybe like 500 and some books to go, and I'm at 47 already." Well, if I count my doubles, I'm already over 50. Probably more like 51,000. I want to get rid of my doubles. I would like to, like, I'm probably going to end up taking a long box to a comic book store. That Anthony go and see what the guy will give me in store credit. Because if I can trade them for books I need, I'd be happy. But it's awful hard because when I went through all these boxes from the one guy yesterday, where I only got a total of like 3 or 4 comic books out of them, there's all new stuff, and it's like, I don't want all this new stuff. I just looking for, like, I need 1 issue to finish Excalibur. I need 3 issues to finish the first 100 of Volume 3 of Silver Surfer. To finish all of Silver Surfer, I need 36 issues. Most of them are all above 100. That's one of the things that, gets me going on the thing. But got a guy throwing stands. Nice little stands. I can never have a quiet house. And people wonder why I'm stressed out. Between animals, kids, at least these books, except for the one I have to replace the cover, most of these just have to take the sticker off the front, and I can just put these right into my collection after I get them into the collector. I'm getting so close to finishing. I have 200 to 300 of the Avengers finished. I'm so close to finishing also 3 to the End. And I need 6 issues to finish another 100-book run of Action Comics. Yeah, so that's... Well, my wife's here, so I'm gonna go. As always, thank everybody for viewing and subscribing to me. Joe out.